thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of the Lift and Shine podcast. This is your host, Coach C, and I am joined today with the lovely Christine Crane, and I cannot wait for you to hear her story. And I'm excited because this podcast, this episode, she's going to be doing most of the talking, and she just has a story that, oh, I have chills, and this hasn't even begun. Like, Christine Crane, hello, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. And thank you for asking me to do this because I really, this is a topic I'm so passionate about health right now. And it's so important for women. Like I said earlier, I don't care if you're 10 pounds overweight, 100 pounds, whatever the case may be. Your health is you only get one life and you get one body. Cherish it, honor it, treat it with kindness. And so I'm thankful to be here just to get the story out because you know what? I was over 437 pounds when I started my journey. And it wasn't easy. I'm not going to tell anybody it was easy to get it off naturally. There was a lot of tears, a lot of times where I was like, just wanted to give up. I was in pain, physical pain, mental pain. But it can be done.
Thank you. So I'm going to cut you off because I want to start like at the beginning, because before we went live, I even said to you, like, I can't relate to you because I've never been over 300 pounds. And sometimes I do see other individuals with that body. And I ask myself, what happened that you went this far where you're hiding yourself? It's cover, right? So I want to ask you, like, how has your life been before this weight loss journey?
Before I was 120 pounds, I was 5'9". I worked in a business where I wore heels every day. I was dressed in makeup, hair, all the things. And I wasn't a normal through my 20s, normal, person. I met a man who, I can't say he's a bad person, but I married a man I shouldn't have married. But everything happens for a reason. And he gave me beautiful children. And early in the marriage, there was infidelity. And I was pregnant with our youngest, Jack David. And I could never come back from that. We tried counseling. Counseling back then wasn't what it is now. My daughter's a counselor. And thank God, she has been a godsend. She has helped me tremendously through all of this. But, I stayed in the marriage for a lot of wrong reasons. And I progressively got sadder. And I progressively just got larger because I didn't drink, smoke, or do drugs. My go-to for comfort was food. And that, what you're looking at, is the result of 28 years of not being in a happy marriage. So, yeah, it's hard to look at. I'm not going to lie.
Hey.
I woke up one day and I looked because I was watching my oldest grandson and he was a preemie. And thank God my son says, Mom, if you want to come and be a grandma, we'd love to have you here. And thank God, because that gave me the break from my husband to finally kind of see things like, you know what, I looked at myself and I'm like, what are you doing to yourself? You're in your 50s. You can barely walk this child around the island. You're hurting all the time. You can't get up the stairs. And that was tough to really look at myself because I never looked in the mirror. I stopped looking in the mirror like 28 years ago. It was a tough thing for me to do. And I had to look past the exterior and find the person who I was because she's in there. That person's still there. And I'm going to be honest, I wanted to do surgery. I was thinking bypass surgery because I had doctors tell me it's a lost cause. You're over 400 pounds. There's no way you can do this by yourself. And I told my kids, I'm like, I think I'm going to consider it. I really need to get this weight off. And all three of them were like, Mom, no, that's too dangerous. We don't want you to do that. So I did a lot of reflecting and I started with keto, and that's where the keto debacle came in. I did lose 200 pounds, but it destroyed my intestines. It did a lot more damage than, but I was ashamed. I was ashamed and I was embarrassed. So I didn't seek a Charlotte out back then. I didn't even have doctors believing in me. So I was like, I'm just going to do this by myself. I don't know what I'm doing. I just bought ketosis strips and I'm making sure I'm in ketosis every day, and I'm logging my food and I'm walking around the block, and so yeah, shame and embarrassment took over.
I want to take a moment right now to just honor you, honor your story, honor your path, honor where you were, and honor where you are right now. And that's the sad, what you just said, like doctors didn't believe in me. Doctors didn't think I could make it. Doctors, right? Like everybody thought, you know what, this is it for you. Like, this is it. This is who you are, and that's it. And we're here today to say, hey, if you are there right now, if you're over 200, 300 pounds, there is a way out. There really is a way out. So yes, Christine did the keto diet. Now we're going to talk a little bit about that, because just like Christine, I was telling her before we started recording, is that I had lost 30 pounds at home too. And I was barely eating carbs, right? I had just started, like I was a French teacher. COVID happened. I was home and I'm like, I want to lose the weight. And our main focus was to lose weight. The scale, the number on the scale, be careful. Like she said, right? Every day that's all that it consumed us, right? Yes, it got us to losing the weight. For me, I gained it back. Stress. I didn't actually work on the internal self-limiting beliefs, internal past trauma that held me there. And what happened was, I gained the weight back. I'm grateful that I've been able to lose it because I've worked on the inner self. But anyways, we're going to talk to me a little bit about your keto journey.
Okay, well, before I started keto, the first thing I had to do was fix my mindset, because like I said, that food was my comfort. Whatever emotion I felt, I went to food. So I had to fix my mind first. I had to go back and process all the trauma, because I'm an avoidant. You know what? When a trauma happens to me, I'm like, well, it is what it is. I push it away. I don't feel the feeling. It's over. It's done. I still have tendencies to do that. But now, because like I said, my daughter's a therapist. She doesn't give me much wiggle room on any of that. She calls me out real quick. Love her to pieces. But yeah, I had to fix my mind and I had to fix my soul, because I was beating myself up. I was, like I said, so ashamed, so embarrassed, and it makes me tear up and want to cry. Just even,
If you're listening to the podcast right now, I'd highly suggest just going on my YouTube channel, Charlotte Mazur, and we're actually showing live photos of how she looked before. And she had sent me those before and a couple this morning, and it doesn't even look like her. It's like you're hiding. You're hiding. It's, who is this woman?
Yeah. It's sad. It's, and that's sad. That's what, when people are so overweight, and that's the thing, is obesity, there's such a stigma with it, and it makes me angry, because those are the people that need the help. And I don't care if you're 10 pounds overweight, your health is so important. And people make overweight, especially obese people, so ashamed of themselves. And they make fun, and they laugh if they walk through a room and have to find a chair that they can sit on that's not going to collapse, or on an airplane. How many times did we see stories about, extremely obese people on an airplane? And it's horrifying. And that's why I really want to help people. I want people to know you can do this. You got to find somebody. And I don't care if I talk to, how many fitness coaches I talked to over the last, because I was stuck. I lost the 200 pounds. Yeah, I had a hiccup with my intestines. So it pushed me, I want to say, almost a year before I could lift again, to get back into a workout routine and whatnot. So I've had a few health issues. I broke a metatarsal. I mean, there was different things happening. But I still, you know what? I wasn't cheating on a diet. I was doing what I was supposed to. I was going to 600. They kept saying calorie deficit. And I had all these trainers I'm like 600 calories a day. Well, how much lower do I have to go on my body? It's not doing anything. I'm not sleeping. I had insomnia. I was yawning through workouts, and I would get it done because my mind was so focused on the workout that I was pushing through it, but I wasn't getting results. And
Eat
that's why
less,
when I
eat
came
less,
to
work
you,
out
I was,
more.
yes, I came to you and I was so frustrated. And I'm like, if I was cheating, I'm 58 years old, girlfriend. If I was cheating, I say, Charlotte, I just ate a bag of cookies. But that wasn't the case. And I was like, what is going on with my body? And it never made sense until you pointed out that, hey, I'm starving myself. All right.
And
So,
Christine, first of all, and I had
mm,
chills. Thank you for
mhm,
trusting me. Out of all the other coaches that you've been talking to online, I know you were part of hundreds of Facebook groups, and she hopped in ours and she was like, "This is the one. This is,"
this,
and
this is it.
I
Yeah.
remember talking to you and just helping you before you became a client. And you were like, I'm
Mhm.
58. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can listen to you, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't want intense workouts. And I'm already at 800 calories. And I was like, oh my God, this is what's going on. Like, and I
Yeah.
remember you logging, and I have it in the app where the first month you're logging your food. And I'm like, are you missing some things? Like, are you sure you're logging everything? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, look, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, who's listening to this right now? I was scared. I was like, I don't know if I can help her. I hope she listens to me. I hope, like, and I hope your health. A teenager eats
Yeah.
1,800 calories. So
Yeah.
mind-boggling. But
It is.
it's shocking. It's shocking on my end because of my career and what I do.
Mhm.
But I can only imagine how many women keep lowering and lowering their calorie intake to lose the weight
Mhm.
and
Exactly.
add workouts.
Yeah. Well, and another dumb thing I did, like I said, people learn from my mistakes. I was seeing a man that talked me into Ozempic because, he
Mm.
made me feel a little self-conscious about my body. And I'm like, I'm attracted to this guy. This might be something, you never know. And all I did was lose muscle mass. So I did that for 3 weeks. And then I was like, no, this isn't working for me. This isn't I want to build muscle. That was my whole goal for the last 2 years is build muscle. And so Ozempic is just I shouldn't have even been approved to take Ozempic because I have a history of pancreatic cancer in the family.
Mhm.
And Ozempic literally can cause cancer. I mean, there's so many things that we don't know about long term. And my daughter-in-law's taken it, and I'm thinking, oh, don't do that to yourself.
It's such a new thing that everybody goes on because it's the
Yes.
way out. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, what's going on is that they're not losing their habits. They're not
Hmm.
changing habits. They're continuing their habits, eating less. Of course, they're going to lose weight, but they're
Hmm.
losing a lot of water weight. And then what
Yep.
happens when they go back? It's just,
Gain it right back. Hmm.
exactly. So that's something
Yep.
I'm researching on it. I'm looking into it and see what's going on with that as well. But at the end of the day, you have to change your habits. You have
Hmm.
to release past trauma that's going
Yep.
on internally because the food that you're eating is a cover. It's your comfort
Exactly.
of whatever's been going on in your life. So what's really truly going on? And I want to go back to the calories that you were eating because now how much are you eating now? So you started with me, it was like 600 to 800 calories, which is like a meal, by the way.
Now I'm at 2,000, but it's
Hey,
technically more because there's stuff in there, like you said, don't log. So I don't log. So I am going over 2,000, but I'm still staying within my macros. So, and I'm sleeping. I'm getting through my workouts. I feel at peace. I'm just finally at peace with my body, with my whole journey. And that's what's important. You know what? The rest of this weight will come off. I'm confident of it. Um, but my biggest thing is I want to build muscle. So I think I can do both now, knowing that I have the right information and move forward with it. So thank you for that. I appreciate you.
I
So
appreciate you, one, for
mhm,
showing up every day, for putting in the
mhm,
work, even though it scared you.
mhm,
I know the fear of, oh my God, I'm going to eat more. And especially if your body is in that such a low caloric deficit, you're
mhm.
putting in more food, the scale's not going to go down because your body's going to
Right.
retain a lot of water weight. And the first month, then nothing happened. Maybe it went up a little bit even.
Yeah.
What happens is once your body understands that this food is to increase my metabolism, to speed this up, then that's when the weight's going to start to shed. And like you said, you feel better, you sleep better. If you're
Yeah.
starving yourself, it's very, very difficult for you to have a clear mindset. Nutrition, it fuels not just your body, your mind, and your soul. Oh, look at the
Absolutely.
fireworks.
I know. Absolutely.
Universe, thank you. That was interesting. I was just touching myself.
And
Oh, those,
you know, the key is mindset. Even me working with you, I had to adjust my mindset yet again, and trust that I put my trust in you because you impressed the crap out of me. I'm not going to lie, just as a human being in general, and that's what drew me to you in the first place. It wasn't just hard body fitness with a stern face and hit programs and this and it wasn't any of that. You do a whole mind, body, soul, which made me feel comfortable. And I, like I said earlier, I think the first time I did a Zoom with you, you didn't get shocked. I mean, I didn't have any makeup on, and I think I just had my hair. I think I had just worked out too. I don't know. I might have been a sweaty mess, but I knew I was like, she's like, I don't want to work with this grandma. What?
no, no. You were like, grandma, I'm this. I'm like, you don't look like a grandma, first of all. And it's, one of my clients posted a dance video in the community, and it's a judgment-free zone. It's feeling good about yourself. And listen, I live in the jungle. Nobody's around me. You don't even know when the last time I showered, right? Like, so I don't judge because I just want people to be happy with themselves and learn to love themselves. And that is such a key tool for me too. Like, I struggle with bulimia for 15 years. It's been very, very tough on me. And now it's the feeling of like freedom. You feel free because when you eat, you're like, okay, I'm eating to fuel my mind, my body, and my soul. Not just I'm eating to lose weight. I'm eating out of stress or anxiety, right?
I'm enjoying the food too. I haven't enjoyed food in so long. I feel like before, even eating garbage food, I took care of everybody for 30 years. I was a homemaker. I'm still taking care of grandkids. So, you shovel the food in, you don't even taste it. And even doing keto, I stuck by such a rigid plan to lose the weight that I wasn't enjoying it. Now I literally enjoy everything I'm putting in my body. I sit and I reflect before I eat, and I'm loving the journey. I really am. I'm at such a different place. And anybody who's starting any kind of a journey, whether it's alcohol, I don't care what addiction you have. It could be alcohol, drugs, smoking, find community, find people that are like-minded. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose people probably you love because they're not going to be your best sounding board for you. So be prepared. I mean, you have to make huge changes when you want to make a huge difference in your life. Let's just face it. So that happens, and community is so important because people they lift you up. They keep you going, and like I said, I don't, if I have to Zoom somebody and get on my treadmill while they're walking around the block just to make sure that they do it. And I don't care if it's just a block. Like I said, that's how I started. I just started with a block. I didn't do, because that's all I could do physically. But I showed up for myself every day, even on the messy days, the days that I was crying, the days that I didn't feel good, the days that my knee was hurting so bad that, I had to like swing it when I walk. So I showed up, and that's what you got to do. You got to show up every day. You can't to say, well, now I'm going to take a break because last week was good. No, you want to have a good week every week, not just last week.
Thanks for sharing. I literally have goosebumps because community is everything. And when you said you lose people, you're right. It's this journey isn't you lose the weight. You gain new community, new perspective, new drives and loves and like motivation in your life, but you also lose people. And it's a tough one because sometimes you can be in between. You're gonna be like, I feel very alone in this journey. And that's why we have this community. And by the way, if you're not a part of community, come hop in here because you don't need to do this alone. You really don't need to do this alone. But community, and like you said, is so important for everything. I literally had chills because when you said losing people, I lost everyone. I was a bartender. All my friends were drinkers. Like I
Mhm.
literally lost everyone, and I'm okay. I'm so happy with myself.
Mhm.
That it, no,
Yeah. There you go.
fireworks keep coming. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, if you're listening to the podcast, I don't know what's going on my camera keeps going with fireworks, but it's beautiful. But yeah, it's a beautiful story, Christine. You're such an inspiration, and I'm really excited to share some things that we're going to be working on together because Christine now has started a nutrition course. So
Yeah.
how cool is that? Like, would you ever have thought that 2, 3 years ago you would be here right now? One, on a podcast,
No.
two, taking a
No.
nutrition course, and
No,
then
this is way out of my comfort zone. I'm going to tell you what, video and technology in general is out of my comfort zone. I still can't use your app correctly. I still struggle
but
through
she's getting
that. I go there. I just can't, I don't just know how to comment or do anything, but I'm here. I show up. But no, you've inspired me, and I really I want to bring more people to your community. I think what you do is so valuable, and it saves lives. And I am going to do my best to draw people in, and I'm going to put myself out there. Like I said, you've challenged me with the filters and all the things, and because I don't take pictures, my picture is I take like 1,000 to get one that maybe with the light and the makeup and the eyelashes. So today I didn't even put anything on my face. I'm like I got mascara on, but that's just about I'm going to get out of my comfort zone for Charlotte. I'm going to do this for her. And because I do want to start doing videos, and I want to, like I said, when I work out, I look like a hot mess. There's nothing on my face. I've got a messy butt.
Me too. I look angry. Actually, some guy at the gym was like, "Why do you look so angry?" I was like, this is my time. It's to get release any stress I got. It's my 30 minutes at the gym to myself. Stop talking to me. And then I shine the rest of the day."
Yeah. Oh, and it's funny. Not only do I look angry, but I'm the one in the gym in the corner with my eyes closed because I have like little ADHD, so I have to really focus on muscle.
We're the exact same. I close my eyes too because I'm like focusing on my body. So how many people go to the gym and lift weights and they're looking around and they grab their phone and close your eyes?
Yeah.
Game changer. Yeah. So speaking of challenge, I want to announce a little challenge that we're doing next month. And if you are interested, I want you guys to shoot me a message, or Christine Crane. You can shoot a message. It's going to be called #self-love selfie challenge. If you want to be a part of it, just shoot us a message with self-love selfie, or just self-love, or just let us know these words. I don't know if you forget the word of it. Just say, hey, I want to be a part of the challenge. It's happening next month. Christine will be leading it because that's one of her challenges as well, is to show up, take a selfie after you work out, when you wake up, when you feel like you're at your ugliest, because you know what? That's when you're at your most beautiful, because you are real, authentically you. There are too many women out there right now on social media, including myself, that I post with freaking selfies. And this morning I didn't post with a selfie, with a filter. And this morning I didn't. I'm like, you know what? I gotta practice what I preach, because there's one filter that makes everything look nice, right? And it's like, we're beautiful no matter what.
Exactly.
Love yourself as you are right now. That's when you're working on yourself to becoming the best version of yourself. You're never going to be what you were at 25 years old. Don't come to me and say, I want to look like I was 25 years ago. Well, honey bun, it's not going to happen, because that's life. So you can be even better. You can feel better, right? It's always moving forward. So excited for this challenge. Christine, any final words? Then I have one more announcement after that. But Christine, any final words, anything you'd like to share? And sorry, one last thing. Christine and I are working on a little project. So in a month or two, we're going to be launching something together. And I'm super excited to help more women, especially women that were in your situation, because I can't relate. Fact, I can't relate to them.
And men too. Let's not leave out the guys. There are a lot of men that struggle as well. And I don't want to say it's all women that struggle with obesity, because there's a lot of men, and they deserve a safe space as well. And
let's do it.
And the one thing I do want to say, because I do have a daughter that's a therapist and getting her master's in psychology, and she's been so instrumental at helping me. If you are struggling, somebody that is, morbidly obese, like I said, alcohol. It doesn't matter what the struggle is, and you need to seek somebody. Don't be afraid to find a therapist or find community, find somebody that you can talk to, because that's so important to get your journey started. Feel safe. Feel there's other people that share the same struggles, the same traumas, and they maybe something they say can trigger. Anybody can reach out to me. And you know how many women I've had from divorce groups that send me private messages because they're still stuck on their. I mean, that's not my story, guys. I'm not stuck on no accident. But you know what? I try to do the best I can to help them through their struggles. And just hearing my story helped a few of them. And send me a message. I will reply. If there's nobody else to help you, or you feel like you can't go to a therapist, or you can't find a friend, I will be more than happy to direct you to Charlotte. And with her help and my help, we will. You know what? We can do this together. You're not in it alone. Nobody's alone, really. You just got to find your tribe.
Find your Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, all of you listening to this right now, I'm just thinking of the time where I used to binge. I used to literally cry. I used to eat so much, and I was in so much pain. And I'm just thinking of myself, like in the kitchen, nobody's watching me, right? And I'm just there. I know there are so many people out there like that. And please know, reaching out, say, hey, I struggle with this, and be like, okay, that's one, awareness, and then reaching out for help. You don't need to continue this life like that. It is not the way to live. And you deserve happiness. You deserve freedom, and you deserve to love the vessel and the body that you live in. You really truly do.
And the one thing I did have to do before I started, and I think this is real important for anybody, is you got to let go of how did I get here? Because you know how many times I said that before I actually started my journey? How did this happen to me? I was the girl who walked into a bar and men would fall off the chair. How am I looking at this 400-pound plus person in the mirror? I had to let that all go. I had to say, okay, you did this damage. This is what you did to yourself. You need to love yourself regardless of the pain, the trauma, everything you went through, and you got to release it, because it wasn't until I could release it that I actually started doing the work.
And I'm going to give you thank you for sharing that. It's crucial. This is very, very important. And the first action step I want all you ladies right now to start doing is every single day, wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. And let me tell you, the first time I had to do that, I cried when I had gained 30 pounds back. I was a fitness trainer. I couldn't even look at myself. It took me about 30 minutes to say, I love you to myself. I was so disgusted. I was like a failure. It was so hard. But every day I showed up and I kept telling myself, I love myself. You are beautiful. And I looked at myself in the eye in the mirror. It was tough. It was tough. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But once you start to continuously say it, you start believing it, and then you start becoming it.
Exactly.
All right? And that's when you start working on yourself. So ladies, no matter what, you are beautiful no matter what. And it's important to learn that and to love everything about you, the ups, the downs, everything that you've gone through, your past. Your past is who you are today, right? It made you who you are today, but you don't have to stay there. You can change.
Yeah, I say all my trauma, everything I've been through, made me who I am today, and I love her. I love the lessons I've learned, because without it, I wouldn't be who I am. And I can honestly say I'm a genuinely kind, good-hearted person. So I don't have any regrets. Not even my husband. I don't have any regrets. He gave me 2 beautiful kids. He's been a great provider, still provides for me, and says he will to the day he dies. So, he has good in him. It was just, we weren't, after that first affair, I shut down. So I can't even blame him for other affairs after that, because I was not a wife to him. So, we gotta just be at peace with our past, and know that our future is, it's clear to us that we can do anything we want to do. Tomorrow's a new day, write a new chapter to your story.
Yeah. Boom. Mic drop. Thank you so much, Christine, for being here, because I know this isn't easy. This is, by the way, it's your first time. This is out of her comfort zone, and I'm so proud of you. You did amazing.
No makeup.
You look amazing. You look beautiful. And everyone, please follow me on Instagram at Charlotte Mazur _. Also, my YouTube channel, Charlotte Mazur. If you're listening to the podcast, it's the Lift and Shine podcast. But if you're listening to the podcast and you want to see your transformation, it's in this video on my YouTube. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And I can't wait to hug the shit out of you.
I'm so excited.
By the way, the next big announcement is that Shine Fitness Academy is having its next Level Up and Shine retreat March 2026, and it is open to only past SBFA members and current SBFA members. So if you want to be part of the retreat, you have to be a part of our community, and that's it. That's all. It is exclusive to that. Super excited for it. I started working on it, and every time these retreats have truly not only changed my clients' life, it changed my life. Just seeing all of you in person, seeing it, how you, it's just such a magical, priceless, like, I feel like I'm gonna cry talking about it. I cannot wait. It's been about a year since I've had my last one, and I can't wait to just throw another beautiful, magical moment. So yeah, mark your calendars, ladies. Super pumped.
All right. I'll be there.
We'll be there, and I think a couple others have already said yes to it. So excited for that. Okay. Any last words you'd like to share?
I think we're good. I love you to pieces, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. And yeah.
Thank you.
It's all uphill from here, or downhill from here, I should say, not uphill. I've already climbed that hill. I don't know how many damn times, but yeah, it's bright future. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you for being here. All right, everybody. I hope you got inspired by this journey, because I know I am. I'm inspired by you every single day. So thank you for coming into my alignment and into my life and into this community. And thank you for helping me grow my vision and my dreams and helping more women. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And as I always say, Christine, peace, love, and don't forget your protein. All right. Have a great one, everybody.
All right. Love you.
Bye. Love you. Bye.